Hello everybody, welcome back to Mr. P channel. In the previous video about the Linux apps on my Chromebook, I showed you a Visual Studio Code, where to go to download, to install, and just a very basic, just to walk through an app and just show you how it works, generally how it works on my 2 GB of RAM Chromebook. In this video, I'm gonna show you the Atom. The Atom is a free IDE, free programming software editor, let's say coding editor, that you can download from atom.io. And if I go to this website while on my Chromebook, it detects that I'm using Linux, and it basically gives me suggestions to download Debian packaging or RPM. The similar what Visual Studio Code was offering. So I clicked on the download.debian, and a file size is about 84.6 megabytes in file size. So I got this downloaded and ready to install. So as you see, I have a Linux file, so this means my Chromebook has the Linux enabled. So that's all I need to do, just select the package which I wanted to install and hope for best that it actually will install. It's telling me, do you want to install? Yes, click OK, installation happening. So you go. Let's wait for installation happening. And while it's installing, I'll let you know that what I mean, hope for best that this is going to work. I tried couple of Linux programs with Debian packages to be installed on my Chromebook, but not everything is working. And I just received a notification from one of my viewers. Okay, what he wants? Hold on, I'm confused now. His comment, I pressed the wrong button. His comment says, read my comment, please damn like. I just read your comment while recording another video. Anyway, where we are, oh yeah, Atom coding editor, programming editor. So yes, not everything can be installed. I mean, even if it's supported and you think it's supported and you think this should work because it's Debian package file on the Linux on Chromebook under Debian, should work. 1 + 1 = 2. Yes, no, sometimes is not really happening. Right, installation happened and completed while I was moaning here about don't know what yet. So if I go to my start menu or app drawer, and under Linux apps I have an Atom. So let's click and see how it goes. Again, the same as the previous video with Visual Studio Code. My Chromebook is not that powerful, and I mean it's gonna take forever to start this app. Even right now you see, even right now you see this thing, it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning, and it's loading. What I noticed, first load on any Android or Linux program that I'm installing on my very slow Chromebook always seems to be the slowest. I mean, like everything after that is obviously speeds up. So I have this one running, but still I don't need to do anything because I need to wait for welcoming page show up. So if I'm gonna start clicking on a file, edit and view, it might crash. There you go. So now I am still loading something. So let's give a second or so, because if I'm gonna start clicking around, I'll be in trouble. So I need to wait for, you see I clicked on edit and this edit is not popping up. Now it's popped up. So if I click on file, nothing's happening. So I need to give a second or so for this to all kick in. And I mean, I think I'm using RAM like no tomorrow. Can I actually see my task manager over this? So can I expand? Yes, right. Okay. Right, CPU power is not actually giving me a Linux RAM usage. Anyway, let's close that. And where's Atom? Atom gone. So let's run again. So while I was checking the RAM usage, Atom decided to crash. Oh, and I got tangled up in my headphones. That's not good. Hold on a second. now I'm back. Okay, so it's right now installing and doing whatnot too. Okay, this time it loaded possibly a bit faster, and again I don't know. So so under packages I can install plugins and etc, etc, etc. Straight away, what I can say from between Atom and Visual Studio Code, even if it feels very sluggish, but at least it's working. This one, it's very sluggish, and I mean, I'm afraid that it's gonna crash any second again. I know I have a folder created from my previous video, so if I go to add project folder, so let's go, it opens this, click Python, click OK. So I selected Python as my, okay, so I got all this here for some reason. So I got my Python and I got my code. I need to double click and it opens editing mode. Okay, so right now let's see how it works. One downside, out of the box there is no terminal for this to test. So I mean, if you want to test it, you actually need to run a terminal to test it out. So let's open the terminal same time. If I remember, it's Control plus to increase. Yes. So cd Python, and this is my main folder or main Python file. Let's do a bit of coding. num1 equals, it takes a while to appear. num2 equals, okay, total equals. What I like about Atom is, you see, it gives you auto completion of your variable same time. I'm not sure if that's happening on the Visual Studio Code. So print total. Oh my god. Save, open this, run. Okay, Python 3 main. Fine, it's just you need to have two opened. You have terminal and you have the actual coding editor opened on another window, so it's the two programs running at the same time. I'm not sure if it's using more than a Visual Studio Code on his own or less. I'm gonna go and start testing all these things out, but from my experience or from what I used both apps and both software in the past between 2 to 3 weeks, I prefer Visual Studio. Yeah, prefer Visual Studio, but some Atom functions I like more as these completions. So as you see this, so num1 actual, and this gives me the variable and actual value that has been assigned, and there is again a variable and actual value assigned, and that is the, like, straight away if I say, for example, house equals let's say Cardiff, Wales, and I can see if I use this variable, that what is being assigned. So straight away I know that if I'm choosing the right one. I just noticed I misspelled the house incorrectly. So let's say home, you see, and let's say home1 equals London, England. So if I want to use one of these variables, I don't know which one. Oh yeah, and imagine this is like you're far down the code. I mean, you're like line 82 and you need to use a variable, and you got straight away, all right, I need to use this instead of going all the way up. So this is one of these features that I miss on the Visual Studio Code. But pretty much from between these two, I prefer Visual Studio Code because it is running sometimes slower than Atom, but I like this terminal thing at the bottom. And don't save. So here we are. This is the Atom. Oh, this is the Atom programming editor running on my Chromebook with 2 GB of RAM, and it's Linux. Amazing. Google just keeps making my Chromebook refresh and new with every Chrome OS update. Let me know in the comment section below, what Chromebook do you have? are using Linux. Maybe you have some suggestions about what Linux app I need to try. Maybe Android, because this Chromebook supports Android as well. So if maybe you have some games or some apps you want me to try on my Chromebook, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to click the like, I appreciate, and consider subscribing if you think that what I'm showing you is correct or is not bullshit, or enjoying my moaning and I don't know, something talking nonsense here. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.